That's what the CFL is about. The ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of a long season. And we roll the sleeves up and move forward. It doesn't matter how, you just got to find a way to win.
Left side, down to the 5, gone, touchdown!
Nothing beats seeing the Ticats compete.
This team and these colors, it is special.
Just donning the jersey every week. These are the moments that you live for, you know, and this is one of those moments that we got to take that step.
I think we're building something special, and we got the right guys in this room.
We just gonna always fight to the end, no matter what.
I feel like we're in the right situation, right moment for this opportunity.
The Cats are East Division champs.
And we got to go out and win for Ted.
Tiger Cats sit in first place in the CFL East, heading into the final stretch of the regular season. Soon enough, there'll be talk of a home playoff date and potential opponents. But right now, there's still unfinished business. Beginning with a home game against Winnipeg that everyone knows will be about more than what happens between the white lines. It's Team Ted Day, a tribute to the Ticats general manager Ted Goveia as he battles cancer. At a game between two franchises on which he has left his mark. Then comes the news that everyone in the CFL family had been dreading.
The players, officials, and fans learning today of the death of the Tiger Cats general manager, Ted Goveia.
You know, fortunate enough, I was lucky enough to see Ted the week or two before his passing. You know, as tough as that was to see him like that, we've had a relationship through the years, and not a lot of people know that he brought me into the CFL in 2021. I was about to call it a career because I just didn't know really the next step, and he gives me a call one day, and you know, he brought me into Winnipeg, and you know, we're all here because of Ted.
It's a very sad day across the Canadian Football League. Ted was not only very important to us, he was very important in Winnipeg. He is very important to many teams across this league. He's very important to Canadian football generally.
Ted Goveia, his passion for Canadian football.
And he's just such a decent human being. That's what, I didn't get to spend a huge amount of time with Ted, but my interactions with him, I was just sort of thrilled that we had a general manager who was both as talented as Ted was and just as decent a human being as he was. You know, he just was such a Hamilton Ticat guy.
Scott came in and talked to us, and at first it's just the shock. You sit down and have a conversation with him, and you understand how much he cares about not only this team, but this game. He's been around it for his entire life. And that's our job as a team, is to go out and continue to fight for him.
The energy of the building that day was just, you can't even put into words. Think about someone that special, bringing everyone in, and you know, he was able to talk to anyone about anything, and I think that made him special. And yeah, we're all very grateful for him, for sure.
It was tough. It was just tough because we knew of this well before the public knew about it, and to see this man battle behind closed doors, it was something. It was something to see. And leading up to the draft and that, he had us ultra prepared. But to see this man fight and to see everybody else rally around, for him to just, you know, come in my office, close the door, and we both just stare out the window.
Don't come out flat. Everyone have a fucking unmatched energy tonight and passion for this fucking game like Ted will. Let's go. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family!
Tonight we are all Team Ted. This is a special night, of course. The Tiger Cats, the Blue Bombers, they're going to want to honor Ted by playing their hearts out tonight.
Ted didn't give a fuck. You came from Ohio State and you came from Windsor. He just wanted us to have that fucking connection. All he wanted was a connection. So no matter what, bro, understand you got somebody that believes in you. You got your buddies to the left and right of you. You feel me? Last one, bro. Let's do this shit for Ted, all right? Come on, man. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Hamilton, this morning we learned of the passing of our general manager, Ted Goveia. At this time, we ask for you to stand if you are able, and please join us in a moment of silence in his memory.
It was extremely tough. I feel like it was an emotional game for our team. A lot of guys, they took it hard, and you can feel the energy in the locker room from the players and the coaches and the staff.
Once I stepped on the field, I knew what type of energy I was going to bring, and I knew what the team had to do, because, Ted was very important to us, and that's what we did. We went out there and did it for Ted.
There's only 2 days in your life that you don't have 24 hours. First day, your last day. All those days in between, you're making a book. Do it like Teddy. Win each and every day, okay? Just win the day. Do something, make an impact. His footprint will be felt through Football Canada for years to come.
Strebler is picked off. Wow. It's Jamal Peters at the 45-40, 35-30, right down the field, 20, 10, and tackled at the 7-yard line. JP with the INT.
What a play by Jamal Peters.
Greg Bell, the lone back. And it is a fake handoff, a toss to the near side at the 5, and touchdown! Touchdown Cats. Greg Bell on a near side toss makes the catch, and the Tiger Cats strike first.
It's a very sad day and a sad tragedy, but we're all here for a short time. All you really want to be able to say about someone is they took full advantage of their short time on this planet. And in that sense, all I can do is celebrate Ted's life, because he did such a great job with it.
Tonight we gather to honor and remember our general manager, Ted Goveia. Earlier today, Ted's courageous battle with cancer came to an end. And while we grieve his passage, we also celebrate the strength, the inspiration, and the legacy he leaves behind. Tonight, we all stand for Ted. Hamilton, in honor of Ted and in honor of his love for football, let's make some noise for your Hamilton Tiger Cats and for this great game that we all love.
It was one of those moments where the only thing you're thinking about is we got to go out and win for Ted.
11 minutes in the clock until halftime. A 3-point difference. Bombers trying to get out of the pocket, and he is sacked by Philip Osa. Picks up his 3rd sack of the season.
Man, I like our group against anybody. Ted did a great job, bringing that unit together, and it's only going to get better from here.
Strebler in the gun. He's going to roll to his right. Pressure comes. Throws. It's intercepted again at the 45, 40, near side numbers, 35, 30, and down at the Winnipeg 26-yard line. A big INT for Deshaun Amos.
That's only 2.
With no time left here in the second quarter, Brady Oliveira, Chris Strebler running tonight, but it's the Tiger Cats who are so far running away on the scoreboard. They lead it 20-10.
There's Greg Bell, eating up yardage again as he gets it inside the 15. Good pickup by Bell.
The pressure coming, rolls to his right, throws, it's caught, touchdown! Touchdown Cats, Tim White, a 7-yard TD grab, and the Ticats extend their lead. Hand off to Bell, left side, down to the 5, goal line, touchdown! Touchdown Cats, Greg Bell!
32-21 is your final score here on Team Ted night. A big night for the Hamilton Tiger Cats as they continue to make their march towards the postseason and clinching the East Division.
I think we're building something special, and Ted was a part of that, clearly. We're just here to, at the end of the day, do it for him.
That was the hardest day I've ever had professionally. And when I came in here, I know how I felt, and when I saw you guys 2 hours before the game, I saw you all felt the same exact way. Your resolve, your fight, the courage it took to do what you guys just did, I think those are all lessons that we learned from our guy Teddy. And I could not be prouder of what you guys just did in such a difficult situation.
It's not easy, but you gave his family a little bit of solace today, a little bit of happiness, right, to be able to come out there and watch that, knowing that he put this team together. Imagine how they feel if we go to the end and finish this thing, and they get to hold that cup. All right, you think about that every day when you're training, when you're taking care of your body, when you're in there watching film, right? We get out there and we take care of business to that man right there. That's it. All right, let's get it. Ticats on 3, 1, 2, 3. Ticats!
With heavy hearts, the team moves on to Week 16, the annual celebration of the Canadian game as this year's Hall of Fame class is honored in Hamilton.
Our organization takes great pride and responsibility in hosting the Hall of Fame game every year, but also having the Hall of Fame located in our facility. You know, the reality is the Hall's presence here, we think, is symptomatic of what Hamilton stands for as a football community and football culture. Football matters a lot here. That's something we take very seriously. And I think you, as the inductees, will see that on display tomorrow when our great fans welcome all of you into the Hall officially.
Tom, baby, we coming today. They say they match up well. Where? Where? That's what I'm looking for. Where? Clock that. We on that, man. Let's get right.
Hamilton Tiger Cats and the Edmonton Elks have a very meaningful game to play this evening. That's very critical for the standings. This is the annual Hall of Fame game where the class of 2025 will be celebrated. I think you would have to consider the opposition very, very desperate. And that's got to be something the Tiger Cats have to consider.
Buy some time, but not for long. The ball comes out. Mitchell looks that way, throws it. It is caught. O'Leary Orange at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown Cats. Brendan O'Leary Orange, and it's a 6-point play for the Ticats. They're back on top.
Punch, counter punch, 20-17, leading the Edmonton Elks, and on Hall of Fame night as well, too.
And now the Hamilton Tiger Cats offense has to come out the same way that they came out in the first half. Well, let's see a little bit of bell.
He just brings like that electricity. When he gets the ball, you never know where he's going to be.
Games like this, you need all the points you can get.
Blitz comes. Mitchell looks, fires, caught, touchdown! Touchdown Cats! Kenny Lawler in the end zone, and Hamilton is back on top. It's the handoff to Rankin, and he's going to get sacked. Philip Osai and Julian Hauser got him back at the Edmonton 50. Into the end zone! Touchdown!
Well, here we had 124. 3rd down and 4, it's caught. And it's a first down, DeAndre Smith up to the Hamilton 25.
See if Bo can convert here and get his kicker in field goal range. They started at their own 10, and 11 plays later, it's a 40-yard attempt to win it.
Just like the timing of the game, I knew we were driving the field at the end there, and I'm just doing my normal thing, doing my warm-up like we're just going for another kick at any point in the game. We're gonna get a chance to have a crack at it. It doesn't matter like what the distance is, and just going out there and like hearing the stadium just kind of go quiet.
Let's go! White will snap it back. Constantino will put it down.
Just watching the ball in the air, it was kind of like watching it in slow motion.
And it is good! Ticats win!
Seeing the guys in the field already like halfway coming to me, it was just like I just kind of blanked out for a moment. It was so like surreal that, and getting lifted, feeling like I was 6'8" instead of like 5'8" felt pretty good. So like that was definitely a moment I won't forget.
And Hamilton comes up with a 29-27 win. Can you dig it?
Absolutely. Those are some of the games that bring us closer. We get to see who's going to battle until the end. If anyone's going to blink, like how are you going to respond in these situations?
Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. Snap, Whitey. Good luck. Getting drug tested. Yeah, good luck on that snap. up, legs on top of the fucking pig pile, 100% legs. Hey, enjoy yourselves, take care of each other. Let's get the fuck out of here. All right, and get on to the next one. 1-0.
Hey guys, hey, like Coach always says, we never had this fucking shit. When we stick together like this, it's something special, you know? No pity. It's manja, you know? Fucking family, but I love you boys. Thanks for giving me a shot at the end, but you know, I do it for you. That one was for Ted as well. Hey, let's go. Ted on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You know, I could talk about everybody in the organization and all the coaching staff, like the players and everybody, like everyone just made my experience here, like from the first day I got here, like I felt comfortable like right away. Like everyone does such a great job of creating that family orientation.
Stack them, baby. We'll take them how we get them. A win is a win. We'll see y'all next week. Let's get it.
With the best record in the East, the Tiger Cats head to Winnipeg for a rematch with the Bombers. Porter has been flying the Ticats across the country all season long, but their contribution to football on a local level extends beyond that to other events that they support in partnership with the team, like flag football camps. Joining the flight is Tiger Cats legend Simone Lawrence as he continues his rookie year in the broadcast booth. This week, he's hoping to call an East Division clinching win.
Being on the road is sick, you know what I mean? Like, being on the road for the first time, calling a game is sick. But, like, I'm so blessed and grateful for Hamilton Sports Group for giving me the opportunity for, like, life after football. This is Hamilton football. This is what happens when you come to Hamilton. And the transition ended up being so smooth, and, like, as a part of my job, I get to call football games, and just getting the opportunity to work with Rick Zamprin, that's also amazing. He's a professional, and that's like speeding my process along as well. It's just fun being in like this arena because this is what I love. Not only do I love football, I love Hamilton, and I'm getting to experience all of that. So the highlight is really just my everyday life. I'm just so grateful just being here and being who I am here, and grateful for everybody that made me who I am here.
Live from Princess Auto Stadium on a gorgeous day in the Manitoba capital. Sunny, 20 degrees, and a perfect day for a football game.
Baby, let's do some work. It's amazing in here right now.
Both teams sporting their orange jerseys for the pregame warm-ups to recognize Orange Shirt Day for truth and reconciliation across Canada.
But on game day, it's like, it's right back to it. Like, it all feels like natural. Like, that game day feeling just hasn't really left me like that, and I still get like the chills.
It's the 9-5 Tiger Cats, winners of 3 in a row in Winnipeg to take on the 7-7 Blue Bombers.
This game is important for the Hamilton Tiger Cats just to show the consistency in their style of play. We already clinched, but the thing that they want to do badly is get that first bye week.
Mark Leggio has it teed up at the 30-yard line. The Tiger Cats will be kicking off. And it goes into the arms of Vavel at the 13, across the near numbers 20, 30, 35, 40. Near sideline, gets to the 50, and he's going to go. It's an opening game kick return for a touchdown by Trey Vavel.
This is not how you want to come in and start the game for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Lots of football left, but Vavel, like you said, just ignited this crowd, and they're loud. I get myself in fan mode a lot too, you know what I mean? Like, I'm calling the games, but like, I bleed Hamilton Tiger Cats. Like, I just want to see Hamilton win no matter what's going on.
Firing deep, far sideline, and it is caught. Touchdown, Bombers. Dylan Mitchell.
Oh man, yeah, what a drive by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And even watching sometimes, I'll forget that I'm calling the game, and I'll start like getting mad and throwing my hands in like I'm actually playing this stuff.
His longest of the season.
And it's in the most accurate kicker for the Hamilton Tiger Cats back in his old stadium, trying to kick a 50-plus yard field goal, and then it has the distance.
Leggio is good! Oh, what a kick! And went off the back bar, and the Tiger Cats are on the board.
And just going through all the feelings, you know, like the ebbs and flows, because I felt every single emotion, you know.
Tiger Cats will be licking their wounds after this one for sure.
It's not been our type of day, you know, just one of those days.
And that is the ball game. It's the Bombers bombing the Ticats this afternoon, 40-3. Hamilton's worst loss of the 2025 season.
In this game, you have to play good football until the last whistle of the Grey Cup. And if you don't, you won't win. You won't be there. So it's not about looking forward to, oh man, we only need this to happen, or we need this team to lose. It's not about that. It's about going out and playing good football and get better as a football team. Right now, we are not a good enough football team to win a Grey Cup.
The humbling loss is the low point of the season. But in professional sport, there's no time to wallow. You learn your lessons and move on. Up next is a final match this year against the Ticats' greatest rivals. A chance to avenge the last-second Labor Day loss and enjoy the sweet satisfaction of knocking the Argos out of the playoffs.
You know, we went in the locker room, and Coach Scott was, you know, that one sucked. They punched us in the mouth and kept punching. So, you know, he made a great point. He's like, you know what, if you need 24 hours to go, you know, take this in, get it out your system, take it and do it, because we got to move on. And I think I would rather him say that than, you know, like, you know what, let's move forward, forget about it. Like, no, we got to use that and say, no, we won't, this won't happen again. When you get punched in the mouth, you got to either take it or get back up and punch back.
It's one of the hardest things, you know. It's like after you take a loss, like you got to sit there through the entire week and shrug everything off. You got to show up, have great practices, and that's kind of what knocks everything off as you go. It's like, okay, like I feel like I'm gonna win this week. You know, it's like a feeling that you have throughout the week.
So to me, it's get 1% better every day. Try to find that incremental success that you can find a way to get better at practice every day. You know, for me personally, being 35 years old in this league, 13 years, right? It's how can I find a way to get better and make my team better every single day in practice, where if I'm improving myself, I'm improving the guy next to me, he's improving the guy next to him, right? If I make Kenny better, Kenny makes Jamal Peters better. And that just makes us better as an entire team. So focus on the day-to-day, focus on first play of the game, you know, get rid of those distractions where you can come out and just truly focus on like your job that day in every single play. And man, all those you know, division winners and bye week and all those things, they take care of themselves.
In that game, it is what it is. It happened. We still control our own destiny. I want to see how the boys respond.
You know, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth for 5, 6, 7 days, whatever the next game is. And so, yeah, going into Toronto, I think everyone knew we had to bring the energy a little bit. And, you know, that's a big thing that Scott Milanovich had talked about. You know, who's going to come out fast, who's going to come out and hit the hardest, going to make that first play, and, you know, let the other guys rise up after that. So,
Revenge game for the Ticats here in October. It's Hamilton versus Toronto. It doesn't get any better than this.
That's a big thing. It's like, you know, that first guy just needs to go out and just kind of lay the wood on someone, you know, get a fumble, get a hit or something like that, get that first tackle get going, and he just starts from there.
And it's Arbuckle. Back to pass. Pressure comes. He escapes. Wow! Now he's sacked from behind. Ball comes loose. Tiger Cats have jumped on the football. No official sign yet from the officials, but Julian Hauser came up with it. And it is Tiger Cats football.
And what a play by Philip Osai, and I was there to pick the ball up, and now the Ticats are back in striking distance.
I remember watching that play, and I was like, yeah, this guy can, you know, make it happen, man. So he's one of those first guys that got that strip sack on the quarterback and, you know, got us going that game.
First and 10 from the 38. Mitchell going deep to a wide open Lawler, who makes the catch at the 25, and they'll say he's inbound. Tiger Cats trying to keep it rolling with another first down. Mitchell throwing, caught, touchdown! Touchdown Cats! Kenny Lawler gets into the end zone.
He just knew that we had to come in locked in, and that's exactly what we did, was just locked in and finish our opponent.
2nd and 12 from the 22. Mitchell has it, just a 3-man pass rush. He's going to step up and unload deep. Come on, it's baby. A wide open O'Leary Orange. It's caught. 20, 10, touchdown, touchdown Cats. Wow!
we were just so dialed in Toronto. We just know what we capable of once we clicking on all cylinders.
And he's going to get taken down.
Oskee is just one of those big problems that nobody's solving right now.
Davey looking to the near side. He's going to throw one deep, and it is intercepted.
This defensive line has been extremely disruptive.
And it is intercepted. Stavros Katsantonis.
Goose has a hat trick. Oh my.
It's a good dynamic group, and we're physical, and I like to get after the quarterbacks, have fun in the backfield, but it was a fun game to say the least.
And that, my friends, is the ball game. A thunderous display for the Tiger Cats this afternoon.
Defense, and we got after that quarterback. I don't know how many fuss started. 3 phases of football. Keep your focus. Let's go get another one, right? Yeah.
Hey, Coach Milanovich was like, so who's gonna go set the tone? And that's why I was like, you know what? Let me go do this. Like, I'll start it off. And when we play as a defense, we play as one. Nobody can beat us.
What motivated me, I came in the league in 2021. My story is way different than other people. I was highly projected to go first round in the NFL draft. 2018, tore my MCL, PCL, came short, Adversity struck me hard, I was losing family members after family members. I had to get a real job. That's something that I never ever thought I'd do. So I was working at a chicken plant. And, I only had faith in myself because, some of my friends and some of my family didn't believe in what I was trying to pursue. And football was something I always wanted to do. So I decided to quit. And that's when I had an opportunity from the blue team. Made a team out of 105 people. And what would motivate me is just never to go back to Mississippi. That's where I'm from. It's real rough. And I just wanted to be the one to make it out and never give up on my dream, and that's what I did. I got married in the off season, just had my kid, my newborn, my son. Definitely different. My son only been here probably 11 days, but it's happening so fast. I can see the difference in him already, and it just gives me a extra motivation that I really can't explain, but it's a surreal feeling.
Let's go, man! Let's go, man! Time to battle! Time to battle! Hey, one thing I don't play about is motherfuckers working on our logo, disrespecting our logo, disrespecting the fucking hammer, disrespecting the fucking Ticat. I don't play about that shit. Working on our logo, kitty. We don't play about that shit. We on that fucking ass every single play, day by day, quarter by quarter.
A win against Calgary at the Hamilton Stadium can clinch first place in the East and put the Ticats one home playoff win away from the Grey Cup. But Vernon Adams and company, with their own postseason fate on the line, aren't going to make it easy.
The now or never situation. We ain't even trying to worry about handling business now. That's the mindset that we having, we're not waiting on nobody.
Two-horse race right now. Play action was inside. It's picked off Adrian Green. Back off the broken leg from earlier this year, and Green picks off Bowie by Mitchell on his first pass attempt. 5 for the Hamilton 25. Pressure comes. Adams unloads. It's a deep shot, and it is off the fingertips of the receiver. Good defensive effort for the Tiger Cats. Destin Talbert. This point will screen pass. Rochette is tackled back at the 43-yard line, and that was snuffed out quickly by Casey Sales.
As a wide receiver, there's so many things that have to go right in order for you to get your opportunity. If you do let it go, it's man, that sucks. But I feel like if you have love for the game of football overall, that you're gonna embrace, certain moments, whether it's high or low, whether I'm making a great play and I'm going for 80 yards or, I just dropped a layup.
Mitchell looks down the middle of the field, pressure on, doesn't know what man is behind him, knocks the football out. It was sitting right there. Just snaps it back. Leggio puts it up and through the uprights.
And this field goal injury as they run the football. Choquette in space, bounces to 3 tacklers, and off he goes, racing to the end zone, stiff arm, and dives in for a touchdown.
Most of these types of games tail at 2 halves. Hopefully in the second half, the offense is able to get things rolling.
For 53 yards and an interception. Empty backfield on 2nd and 10. It's over the middle. It's caught by Tim White. The 10, 2nd and 7. Penalty flag flies. Bo Levi throws. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Cats. It's Kenny Waller. And the Ticats have their first TD of the game.
Jonas doesn't hurt either as Vernon looks down the middle of the field. Jalen Philpott trying to figure out if he should turn around.
There's something needed to do now.
Gets another touch, drives the legs into the end zone, and Calgary on the road extends their lead here late in the 3rd.
Looking deep shot down the middle of the field, and it is caught. Touchdown! Yeah! Touchdown, Cats! What a catch by Giovanni Robinson!
Kenny Waller all by himself.
And it's been that kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the kind of guy I'd rather get back on the field right now. And I think a lot of guys probably feel that way. It's never a bad thing. I'm not going to complain about having a bye week and letting guys get healthy and you kind of recharge those batteries a little bit. But, man, you're itching to go. And, we're obviously sour about the performance we put out there today. But we'll go out there. We'll figure out how to, get better from it, and we will.
With a chance to wrap up the East, the Tiger Cats came up short. But they still control their own playoff fate. Now, it all comes down to the last game of the regular season against an Ottawa team that's playing for next year's jobs. A win will lock in the first Eastern final at the Hamilton Stadium since 2019.
Sure, everybody knows what's at stake as we head into the Ottawa game, but you can only affect one play at a time, one quarter at a time. And so that's really the focus. Obviously, we've had a good week of practice leading up to it, but ultimately there's a test at the end of every week. So looking forward to see how we respond.
We always gonna grind it out, and we always want to compete at the highest level and just keep going no matter what, no matter how hard the days get. Just locking in the details and getting ready for the games.
High atop Hamilton Stadium on what is expected to be a celebratory night here in Steeltown. Win and clinch first sim. A big goal is within reach for the Tiger Cats.
This one's must win. Calgary game was it was a tough one. You kind of want to be playing, especially in the CFL, your best ball after Labor Day and going into the playoffs. But I still have faith they can pull it off. They've had enough great games this year. They've showed a lot of fight. So I want to see really overall, not just a win, but I want to see all 3 phases just pumping them.
Hey, gang, I love y'all boys. Let's go put on the fucking show. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And we are underway in the Hammer.
These are the moments that you live for, and for us it's like a challenge. It's like, this is one of those moments that we got to take that step.
Looking for the football, has it, and will loft one over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown! Touchdown, Cats! Tim White, a 21-yard strike.
We just got to
do what we always been doing. Defense, run to the ball. Offense, score touchdowns, and special team, stop them from returning. We just gonna always fight to the end, no matter what.
Bo Levi, looking, firing over the middle. Caught! Touchdown! Touchdown, Cats! Tim White, and he is over 1,000 yards.
We really do embody this like 1 week at a time. We have to win this one. We say 1-0 every week. We have to win this one. So we do everything we can, whichever way we can, to win this game.
White snaps it back. Leggio puts it up and through the uprights again. He is 7 for 7 on the evening.
Legs just been 100% accurate all year.
That's the first thing that goes to my mind. Like, I know he's going to knock it down. I'm just going to be the first one down there and, celebrate with him.
The Tiger Cats will take the W tonight and East Division champions.
Let's go! Number one! Let's conquer, baby, let's get it! No playoffs, congrats to the East.
The big thing when I talked to Ted Goveia in the offseason was having the right guys in the locker room. I've been a part of a Grey Cup team and, been to another, and, we got the right guys in this room.
Hey, we had 3 goals. How many are left? Just one fucking goal left, right? Just one goal left. Great job, proud of you guys. You are East Division champs.
The regular season wraps up on a first-place high. The long journey from the sweltering heat of summer training camp to the crisp days of autumn ends with the Ticats one home field win away from the Grey Cup. And that was where our story was supposed to wrap up. But with the chance to end a 26-year drought on the line,
how can you skip the final chapter? We'll see you for episode 5.